Welcome to my channel, Pris New Chapter. Thank you for previous viewers that have stopped by and subscribed. I'm excited that you're walking this journey with me. For new subscribers, or if it's your first time stopping by, thank you. Hope that you will subscribe, hit that button, view. Excited, share, like. Tonight we will have joining us is my fiance Keith Hawkins. If you have followed our channel, you already know Keith. But tonight it's a fun night and it's question night. And he better get them all right. But no. There's no real answer or wrong, right answer or wrong answer. So, Keith Hawkins.
What do you want me to do?
This is Keith, everyone. And I have a free question for Keith tonight. And there's no right answer or wrong answer that he will be answering some questions.
Okay.
I haven't prepared him for the questions, so just enjoy the night with us.
Yep.
Just a little fun night. I want to know some things, so I decided to ask.
Front of everybody.
The first question that we will be asking Mr. Keith is, what do you remember about the first day we met?
First day we met. First day we met, I was working at a book signing that my son had me come to, and I'm videotaping, and I noticed Priscilla kind of out of the corner of my eye because I'm trying to videotape everybody. So I'm videotaping them. When I get ready to come back to my seat where my son's sitting, she's sitting over there. And they're talking, and I was like, oh, she seems really nice. You know, she seems really nice. Really nice. So I just kind of noticed that and noticed you had a very good conversation. Very good conversation. We talked about looking for jazz places, music and stuff like that.
Had no idea that his son was his son. So I just needed a place to sit.
They were flirting with him.
The place, no, it wasn't flirting.
Okay.
The place was really packed, and I didn't have any seats to sit, and he offered me his seat, which was a good thing, and he was kind enough to sit. And then Mr. Keith came along, and I had his seat. So that's how we met in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Yep.
And
Very good conversations at first.
yes, we talked about
bright
jazz,
smiles.
and
Yep.
it was a night I won't forget that one. So ladies, don't count it out when you go into book signings.
Yep.
Never know.
Never know.
The next, thank you, Mr. Keith, answering that. The next question is to Mr. Keith is, who said I love you first?
It would be me. Yeah, I definitely said I love you.
And where were we when you said it?
Where were we? Atlantic City.
Yeah.
We're at a comedy.
What's a comedy show?
That was where we was at. Yeah. It was at a comedy
Yeah,
show
and
up in Atlantic City.
And we walked
with
into
his
one.
sister and the brother-in-law. It was so.
So we walked into this building, just me and him was walking, and it was a beautiful arrangement, flower arrangement. So he took my picture right in front of it, and he walked over and he said, I love you. And I was like, oh, woo-hoo. So of course, you know, that was the location of my night for that night. Okay. When did you first fall in love with me?
I first fell in love with you. Let's see. We went out. Not first fell in love with you, but when you know how it really hits you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. As the funny thing is it was before we really started dating, because we knew each other before we started dating serious. We knew each other, and when we started dating serious, before that, I had put everything together. And you know how you got to be away from somebody to really understand them sometime and really pick up on the things, and that's what it was. So it was really before we started dating. But another time where it really hit me was when we was out at We was out. We had a real nice date at the wharf. Not at the wharf. What's the other part?
The harbor.
No, not the harbor. Oh, at the harbor, Jose's.
Yeah, Jose's.
That was nice. We was out on the
restaurant.
outside porch. We had
Yeah.
that lobster jambalaya. I just like eating everywhere. I had the lobster jambalaya. It was a huge dish. Feeds like 4 people, and it was just us eating. It was so good. So, yeah, so it was Jose's.
Okay, this is gonna take the question a little bit on the roller coaster. How did you feel, or how did my family make you feel when you first met my sister, my brothers, even my parents? What reaction did they give you? You explain how you felt when you met my family.
Well, you definitely felt like, I definitely felt like I wanted to make a good impression, no doubt about that. And they all were very open to me and talked to me, and and I felt comfortable. So I didn't go in feeling like, okay, I got to be somebody else because I'm just going to be me. So I like her whole family. Everybody's different, and they're really a nice family. Really treat me really good. It's just a blessing, to have a family that's so nice, and my family treats her nice too.
Yes. The ones that I met, his nieces,
I really
kids,
love her family.
they really
Awesome
treats
family.
me awesome.
Yeah. They mess with you though. Oh, they will mess with you. They gonna mess with you, and they still mess with you, and I mess with them back. So they like I'm just a punching bag. Yeah, they're gonna ask you lots of questions.
Okay, now when you went to Georgia and you asked my parents, he had the nerve to really interview my parents separate by asking them to marry me. So what was that like? Because they wouldn't let me in the room. Each one he spoke to separate.
I'm gonna tell you something. Let me give you a tip. I'm gonna give you a tip. Really, when you go meet parents for the first time.
But that wasn't your first time meeting my parents.
Well, really it was.
Okay.
Because I never really sat down and talked with them. And it's different when you talk to somebody one-on-one. Yeah, it's a whole different thing.
Okay,
so,
it was one-on-one with each folks.
And it was just, you ask them, they asking you questions of why do you think, I told them that I want to marry their daughter. I love her. I want to be with her the rest of my life. And and then they would ask. I'm not gonna tell you the details of it, but they were just open and honest, and it was telling me things, and I was like, yeah, that's Priscilla. That's Priscilla. Yep, that's how she is. You know what I mean? And like everybody else that I've met that knows her, that was really weird. Now let me tell you something to digress. We went to an event. We can tell you what kind of event it was, but it was at the church, and every single person that came up to me. This is the church she used to go to. Every person that went up to me was like, well, I'm going to have to interview you. We got to make sure you're the right person. Because you're not going to be messing with Priscilla. It was amazing. I used to say, do you have a whole bunch of sponsors you're paying? So I'm like, why is everybody like, we need to interview you and make sure you... But basically, you talk to them one-on-one. It shows that, what you're about. And you get to actually talk to them, and you can start developing a relationship. Because it's a relationship. It's a relationship with your fiance, and it's a relationship with their family. And you got to understand that when you go into a relationship, you want to, as much as you, sometimes you're going to go in a relationship with somebody that's going to hate you. It's just,
But it's always good when you go into a relationship and both families welcome you and make you feel a part, because you do.
But you got to be accessible.
Because you
got to be accessible
to accept
you
those
like, well, I'm gonna stand off until they tell me that they love me. Well, they don't know you. So if you stand away from everybody and not talking to them, they're not gonna have an opinion on you because they're like,
and they really don't know you until they get to know you.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, what song reminds you of me?
I want to sing it.
Yeah, you want to sing it. No.
The song, I Will Always Love You. I Will Always Love You.
How do we go?
And I will always love you.
have been a part of your life, is there anything that I have helped has been with you, help yourself more? Has I benefited to your life or help you discover yourself more?
Uh, I would say absolutely. One thing is just, when you're single, for one, you kind of have your own rhythm of everything. And my rhythm was like for work, I would just work all day, work all night. I wake up at 2 o'clock, I'm working. And you don't get productive sometimes with that. And it doesn't leave room for a lot, in your life if you're working all day, all night, and. So that has been really good. I've more than willing to spend time and want to spend time. So I've organized it, and you give me those looks at times, like what, So and just as far as we're eating better, we both cook. We both cook, and it's just it's just been wonderful to be loved the way that you feel like you should be loved. And that's just something you can't, you can't make somebody do that. Either they do or they don't.
I never forget when I first met Keith. Asked him a question. What do you do in your spare time? He said, work. What do you? So
was I lying?
No, he wasn't lying. So you work all the time? He said, yes, I work. I said, well, one thing you have to learn in life, you have to take a break. You gotta take some time out for yourself. So he worked. So when I asked him for my first date with him, the very first date, I said, cross off your calendar. No work. Well, no work. So it was a good night. It was a good date. Our first date was good. Talked me. I mean, we had a perfect night at the restaurant. I left my steak on the table because I was so intrigued with this man.
And I noticed it. I wanted to eat it. I didn't want to be greedy. At least not on the first day. Save that for later, right?
Which has been yes, this is an easy question. Which has been the most memorable date that we had? The most romantic date that we have had thus far?
Definitely at the Nationals World Series game. The Nationals won the World Series 2019, and they had tickets that were at the stadium that you can go to while they're away. So you're at the National Stadium and you're looking at the screen, and we went to 2 games. They won both of those games. So you're welcome, Washington National fans. We did our part. And it was just so romantic. And that's when I asked her to be my girlfriend. And that's when I asked her. It was the moment, and just had a great time together, and she's cheering like we're cheering like crazy,
Yeah, that was a good night.
We're cheering like we're in the house by ourselves,
That was a good
Well, everybody was. It was
beautiful.
The
whole
waving the
night
towel.
was good.
Remember, you was waving the towel.
I was waving a towel and waving in my hand.
The first game, everybody's waving the towels, and she's doing like this without the towel. The next game, we got towels.
Now,
That was fun.
let you think a little bit. What about me that stands out the most?
It would be your heart, compassion, and beautiful. You're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
And I didn't pay him to say this.
Inside, out, and I'm happy even when we're mad at each other. I'm happy because
I know.
It's
Don't get mad at me.
beautiful.
And what do I do to show you that I love you?
What do? You don't get mad sometimes when things irritate you. That's good. You cook. Definitely better at cleaning than me, that's for sure. You may not be better at cooking than me, but very affectionate. We're both very affectionate. Yeah, we're both very, very affectionate. It's just, you know, definitely. That's it.
Okay. A little fun question that I know you ladies want to
I should be
know.
asking questions.
What do you think about our first kiss?
Well, you know what? Not everything's perfect. Not everything. We're getting better. I'm not gonna sing the song, but I'm just saying. You're getting better. You're getting better.
When I met Keith,
You're getting there.
I hadn't been in a relationship
Slow down.
for a while. I had forgot how to kiss. And I'm still learning how to kiss.
You sure? You got that. That's embarrassing. That's true though.
That's not embarrassing.
I love
That's funny.
I love
Okay. Woo. What's the most romantic?
You're the most romantic.
Oh, thank
You're the
you.
most romantic.
Thank you.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that.
So, and you say I'm the better cook. So, what made
Did I
you?
say that?
I'm a better cook, right?
Okay. All right. We can't have a cook-off then. But go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you? What after being your girlfriend, being your friend, then turn into your girlfriend? What made you propose to me? What made you say, "Will you marry me"?
Well, before we started dating, I already thought about it. I already knew I wanted to marry you. I already knew I wanted to marry you. Like I said, before we started dating, I didn't date just to be dating. You know, I dated just to confirm the way that I felt about you and see how we were. And you got to take time, you know. But yeah, I already knew I wanted to be with you the rest of my life. So yeah, I knew that. It's funny. Somebody asked me a question. I can say their name. They asked me a question. So why do you want to marry Priscilla? I said, because I want to be with her the rest of my life. And then they said, well, wait a minute, shouldn't you be saying because you love her? I said, well, I've loved people before, but I don't want to be with them the rest of my life. There's a difference.
Yeah.
If you want to be, it's a different feeling, okay?
You can love someone.
You can
and
love
not
someone
want
and throw them off a
and
bridge.
not want to be with them the rest of your life.
That's true.
You know, so there's a difference. I respect you for that. I respect you for that.
That's true.
So I'm so glad that you decided to ask me. And as we move on and wrap these questions up, who will cry on our big day?
I know I'm gonna cry. Yeah, we both gonna be crying. It's gonna be a cry. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, we both gonna be crying. That's for sure. I just gotta contain it. So if anybody's there and see me just doing like this, you know what's going on. I'm trying to hold it back, but yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Keith.
Great questions.
Thank
Great
you.
questions.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
questions.
Thank you.
Great
Just wanted to
questions.
ring you on and.
Glad I didn't know about them, you know.
No,
You know, I knew some you'll probably end up asking, but there's some real good questions in
Thank
there.
you. So is there anything that you would like to ask me on a brief note?
Let's see. When we do get married, what's the thing you're gonna be looking forward to the most from that time?
The thing that I will be looking forward to the most is when we get married, continue to praise God, to you know, serve, worship God for bringing us to the point of getting married. I will look forward to coming home to my husband. I will look forward to cooking. Sometimes. Because he loves to eat. Did you tell? We love
We're gonna
to
look
eat.
forward to exercising.
Yes, I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with you. You know, it's amazing when you pray and you ask God for someone. When you actually pray for that person to come in your life to be your husband. And when he asks you, you freeze. You saw the video. You saw my proposal.
I definitely get all the credit.
I froze.
Yeah, all the credit. All the credit.
But I'm thankful because I know that God answered my prayer. I know He answered my prayer. And He blessed me with someone that's perfect for me. And that's all that matters.
Amen.
So
Amen.
that's what I'm looking forward to, enjoying life with you.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
So we all set?
No, one more. I'll give you one more.
One more?
One more.
Please subscribe, just like, share. No? Okay. Okay, not yet?
No,
Okay, you got one more?
question.
All right. This is the one that's
No,
written
you
down?
asked me one more question.
Oh, you want me to ask you one more question? Okay, all right, all
Before
right.
we end this night.
I've never been interviewed before, so, okay. Let's see. Where are you looking forward to? Oh, no, here you go. What's the one thing that we have in common that we both enjoy doing?
The one thing that we have in common, we have a few things in common, but one of the main things that we have in common is we love to take pictures.
Yeah.
We love to take pictures.
Yeah.
Not of us, but just of things, of
Mm-hmm.
people, to capture the moment of, and the memories of everybody. We love watching birds. We love taking pictures of birds. We love cooking. Just to name a few extra things that we like.
And not everybody loves that.
Yeah.
It's people that are like,
Yeah.
put the camera away.
Yes, a lot of people.
Put the camera away.
Get the camera away. Get the camera off my face.
And like we've experienced that with both of our families too.
Yes,
But then you don't take some pictures of a couple of things, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, okay," you know. You
Yeah.
sit back looking at the crappy pictures they got when you're not taking them. You're like,
Yeah, so we love doing that. Matter of fact, our third date was we decided to have a date. Our third date was to go and play with our cameras.
Yeah.
You know, which was a fun. Oh, that was a fun day. You know.
That's fun.
So thank you guys for viewing us tonight. We hope that you have learned a little bit more about his love for me and my love for him.
Aww.
And thank you, Keith, for giving me your time tonight.
No problem.
I appreciate it. So don't forget to do what?
Subscribe, share, like, hit the notification bell, and join us again.
Yes. Continue to follow us.
Yep.
Have a good night. We love you.
Good night.